So I know some of you guys absolutely hate how much I change my mind on things, much like I hate you guys paying full price at Snake Eater Performance instead of using code SNYDERTRON for 10% off. Go check it out. I've had something sitting on my shelf for a little while now that I forgot about, and then I was like, I should just order the bracket so that I can just see if it even fits. And that is this right here. Behind this turbo kit and that turbo kit is this Vortec centrifugal supercharger. Now, some of you who are OGs might remember Goldie Hawn that was centrifugal supercharged for a long time. This is a different one, actually. I sold that to someone up in Ionia. This is one that I just happened to find another good deal on, and it's been sitting here waiting. Anyway, I figured since if I ever want to use this on something anyway, I'll need the bracket, so instead of spending all the money on a new turbo and then making the new turbo kit and all that, why don't I just spend a couple $100 and buy the bracket for this and see if it fits in the RX-7? Because if it does, that'd be pretty cool. And if it doesn't fit in that, maybe I'll throw it in the Monte Carlo over there and use all that stuff in this. But at least this way, the cars aren't like identical, just with a different body, and it's something a little different, you know? Try and keep things somewhat fresh. So something about this that I found kind of interesting, I got curious one day, so I sent Richard Holdner a message. I'm sure most of you guys know who Rich is. I sent him a message on Instagram just to pick his brain a little bit, and I wanted to see if he had any experience with them firsthand and how much power he made, because it's rated at like 775 from Vortec, and he's like, yeah, in my experience, they're rated super conservatively. I've seen over 900 with them. So I thought that was kind of neat. But to mount it, because these are kind of funky, this one actually has an 8-rib pulley on it. I've got another cover for it with the 90-degree outlet. I got a hold of LS Simple, because they're one of the few people that make a standalone bracket for this. Go check them out. Not a sponsor, but they make good products. And they sent this whole deal. I'm glad that I went with the black, because that looks pretty sick. And the thing that I like about this is it has all the pulleys and everything built right into it. You just punch in what spacing you need. Like in my case, it specifically had an F-body water pump with the truck spacing, which was pretty swag. Yeah, all that definitely needs to come off. It kind of looks like these two bolts bolt to where this tensioner goes, and then these ones go into the head. That's what I'm thinking. It doesn't come with any instructions, so this is all just play it by ear, which is good. That's where I thrive. I forgot I have a fucking impact gun. Did you have fun at the park?
Yeah.
Cool.
I was jumping off.
You were jumping off?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Was it really, really high?
Not really.
Alright, it is loosely bolted on, and my first impression is that it is not going to work on this car. At all. At least not with the stock hood. So, you can see it sticking up quite a bit. It's a super nice bracket though, to be honest. We could always just leave the hood off, or do like the Eclipse or Talon bubble right here, and it would be fine. But I don't really want to do that, you know? I do want to see if I can just set the supercharger in place and just see how it looks. Because I'm curious if it would even clear this shock tower here. Ah, that's such a shame, dude, because it looks so cool. Like, I think that just looks super cool. Dang, that sucks, though. Because it's right there, man. That's such a bummer. It does clear this tower and everything just fine. Like, no problem at all. And I've got plenty of room for the charge pipe to come under here. That's stupid. It almost makes me want to modify this to drop it down a little bit, just because it is so close. All right, I took a second and got the bracket all bolted on, and you're gonna think that I'm joshing you, just pulling the old goose, but I think it might clear the hood. Like, now that everything's in place, it's so close. I think, because the hood should have some like bubble to it, I think that worst case scenario, I can cut the inside of the hood so that it's just like the top skin in this section. Same thing they did with the like the center there when it had a carbureted small block in it. And I think it might clear actually. I do have a bolt holding the head on, and this is all bolted up. I just don't have the tensioner on it, but I think it might clear. I'm actually getting kind of excited. I think this thing with a centrifugal on it would be freaking gnarly. So I'm going to get some of the wiring tucked in the engine bay just so that everything like around the perimeter's out of the way, and then grab the hood, set it on it, and let's see if it clears. Go out on a limb and say it does not. I'm just guessing, but I think it might be hitting. What about here? There you can kind of see. Just touching it. Just barely. Dang. Man, that's one of those situations that when I was doing the motor mounts, if I had dropped the motor mounts down just a little bit, it would have cleared. All right, I got the hood off. I crawled under it and marked the front of where everything is, and you can see this stuff's up. This bracing's up like 1.5 inches, give or take an inch at least. I've got this. Where's my? There it is. Let's see exactly how much it does stick up. Yeah, like 1 1/8 inches, give or take. Yeah, about 1.125 inches. So I honestly think that if I just cut this bracing out, at least like here and here, might just do a cut there, here and here, and just take this whole like Y piece out, that I think it'll clear. Yeah, you can see where they cut it out for the air cleaner, because the car was set up for a small block when I got it. I think if I do that, it'll clear. And then I will have to do some sort of bracing, because this kit has this piece that goes up and over the top of it on the back side of the bracket, but like that. So I will most likely have to do some sort of bracing. I mean, maybe, because this is 1/2 inch of steel here. So I wouldn't expect that to flex much, if at all, but if I can come up with some sort of brace, then might as well do it. I think we might have ourselves a winner here, boys. Dude, I'm excited about this. I think this is going to be sweet. So I was debating on putting this on the Monte Carlo back when I had the 383 in it, because I thought just a supercharged 383 Monte Carlo would have been sick, but I think that thing with the 85, and I'm going to try to save up to build like a 370 for it. We'll see. Parts are kind of hard to get right now. And all that shit, just kind of like, not really max effort, but like pretty good involved effort. And then this thing, make it a lot more of a street car, because the power windows work in this thing great. It's still full interior. It'll keep me from having to do a bunch of fab work to fit a good tire on it. This can just be like the fun street car. All the lights work, which all the lights work on the Monte Carlo too. The pop-ups even work. I think this will be sweet, and I won't have to get crazy with the whole suspension. Dude, I'm excited. I think this is going to be gnarly. And really, aside from finding a good bottom end for it again, which I do have the 5.3 in the Monte Carlo that I'm using for mock-up that's supposed to be a good 5.3. Might just toss the cam and stuff in this and make it work. I might use the cam from this in the Monte Carlo. This is the Texas Speed Boost Stick cam, or the Dumpster Fire cam. It's the same one that Cletus used in Ruby. So I might take that out, put it in the Monte Carlo, because this is much more of a turbo cam, and then BTR has a specific cam for a centrifugal supercharger on an LS. So that might be the way to go here. And I think this thing should still run 9s pretty easy. That's probably going to do it for today. I think I want to set the intake back on it just so I can get my happy little visualization, because I'm a very visual person, and then we'll probably wrap it up. All right, look at that. It looks like a car again. I just got to figure out some headers. Oddly enough, the Speed Engineering long tubes for a Silverado are super close to clearing on this side. Like, I could make them fit. But again, trying to find something to fit over here. I think I might end up having to use like some Hooker cast manifolds, which kind of sucks, but they still make really good power. They just don't look nearly as cool as headers. I like the idea of making my own, because I do have a TIG welder. I'm okay with it, but I don't know. I think that might be a little bit above my pay grade still. As far as just modifying a set, that's one thing, but trying to actually make a set. But yeah, I think this is the way to go with this thing. The turbo was cool. I'll eventually fix the hole in that fender, because, I mean, that's not going to be hard to fix. Just drill the rivets out and cut and weld the piece back in. I might still have the piece laying around somewhere. I think once we get all this setup done and just get the car turnkey, drive it anywhere pretty much, I think we might be done with the James Brown build saga. We'll throw the radiator that was in it back in it. I feel like I can see the end of the tunnel with this one, and I'm super thrilled. I think over the winter I'm still going to go through, clean up all that wiring, but man, I'm so stoked right now. So with that, we are definitely going to wrap the video up here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to go check out snakeeaterperformance.com and use code SNIDERTRON for 10% off your orders. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing and clicking that bell. See you in the next one.